Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I've been running a little late. I'm embarrassed to tell you the reason. I was definitely doing something really important, and I was not absolutely locked into the Blue Exorcist gacha game. Don't worry about it. Fuck you, it's my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. I've honestly had a pretty shit day, but that's alright. I'm very excited to get back to PARANORMASIGHT, see if I remember anything that was happening. Let's see, so I don't think we can escape from Komagata High yet. I think we're always gonna get the bad ending until we do one of these. So, we can do Harue, Not Dreams, or Tetsuo, The Hunt for the Curse Bearers Part 2. I think my vote is gonna be Curse Bearers Part 2, because it seems like we already did Part 1, so I think we should pick up where we left off. Alright, let's do it. I said my vote like this is a democracy. I get to choose. Alright, yeah. Summary of previous events. Yes, I need that. It's been 3 weeks. Tsutsumi and Ario decide to collect the curse stones as soon as possible before they become the cause of an unprecedented tragedy. The two obtain the foot-washing mansion from Yutaro Namigaki and head to their next destination. Okay, yes, I remember that. Alright. We're going to Midoricho Park. At 1 a.m. Go to bed, man. Also, I'm not playing with the controller this time. It's just the mouse. I don't know if that makes a difference. Excuse me. Sorry to bother you, but we have some questions for you. Who's this? Araishi. Did we meet this guy yet? What? Are you with the police? I haven't done anything. Don't worry. This isn't an interrogation or anything. We just want to talk. Do not trust the cops when they say that, bro. You're Hideki Araishi, right? The historian. Oh, he's the historian. He wrote about the things. I remember now. We know who you are, so this won't take long. But since we saw you here, we'd just like to ask you a couple of questions. Alright. Sorry. Well, let's get it over with. I'm a busy man. What were you doing? Now, Mr. Araishi, what were you doing here at this time of night? Doing research, of course. Day or night, information never sleeps. That's an admirable philosophy. You know, your research has been quite the talk around town. What was it they were saying? You discovered something about some book. Oh, shit. I forgot! Guys! I'm pretty sure it's the book of... It's not dates. Record of... Is it the Record of Fates? Maybe it's the Book of Fates. Shit, I got it wrong! It's obvious you don't know a thing. It's the Record of Fates. Shit, that was my... I thought it was that. How rude. Yeah, that's it. Sorry about that. I should have done my research. But it's true that you found some kind of ritual in that book, right? What? Don't tell me you want to know how to carry out the rite of resurrection, too. To be perfectly honest, I'm tired of people asking me about it all the time. None of you even care about the local history. You just come crawling out of the woodwork when something interesting comes up. Looks like I hit a nerve. If you think you can force me to tell you because you're a policeman, you're sorely mistaken. Can we look around at all? Okay. About the Record of Fates. This Record of Fates, where did you get your hands on it? The storehouse of an old private residence in the city, just as the public was told. I'm unable to be more precise due to an agreement with my informant. Oh. What was the research you were doing just now? Was the research you were doing just now Also related to the rite of resurrection? Well, yes, that's right. What exactly were you looking for? I have no reason to tell you that. You wouldn't understand anyway. I don't think we're gonna get any further. Are you doing all this research so you can use the rite of resurrection yourself? You're a policeman. Do you really think people can be brought back to life? Everyone I meet. Pitiful. Huh? So you don't believe in the rite? Whether it's real or not has nothing to do with my research. Such things are better left to the occult freaks. Hey, that's me! Or so I thought. Things changed. It became necessary for me to pursue the rite. So now I pray it is real. What changed? Obviously someone died, you idiot! I'm sure you can imagine. The funds for my research. Okay, that was not going to be my guess. I receive a large amount of funding for seeking the rite of resurrection. And if I find it, I receive a sum so great that I'll never have to worry about money again. Oh, it's all about money. Oh, then that means someone is sponsoring your research, is that right? So what if they are? You have no idea how hard we work to secure funding for our research. I have no interest in teaching those children. Listen to me, I'll tell you one thing. Those experts you see writing provocative books or spouting nonsense on TV to try and get more popular, all of them are just trying to get the money they need to do their research. Wait a second, guys. I'm gonna plug in a controller. I think this is better with controller. Even though it's mostly reading, like, the look mechanic is much better. Also, hello! Connect. With how popular the occult is, saying something even remotely spooky can lead to big money. What? But I bought your book! Get God, Ario. The pursuit of the unknown begins, first and foremost, with belief. I was so inspired by that bit. He's such a boy failure. I do appreciate your patronage. Unfortunately, however, the occult is not my true interest. The fate of the unknown is to be destroyed by thorough research and deep consideration. No way, I can't believe it. You're surprisingly innocent. Oh, we have to keep going about his research. And what kind of research do you want to be doing? I'm sure it wouldn't interest you, but to put it simply, the focus of my research is how historical accounts transform into folklore over the years as they are passed down from generation to generation. He's an anthropologist! Why can't they just say that? What does that mean? Due to human bias, the account of any event is inevitably changed by the person communicating it. This is not necessarily done with ill intentions. It happens when someone tries to fill in the gaps in a story that lacks detail. Or when something is left out or abridged because of the story's length. Or when a story twists and shifts as it's spread through oral tradition. Even when two stories are told about the same event, differences in culture or environment affect how it's told, changing its content. Silly little things can turn into terribly mysterious legends. My research is the study of how history, culture, and legend all influence each other. Huh, I see. That sounds very interesting. I took some classes in anthropology in college. I need some water. Take the 7 mysteries of Honjo, for example. Why are some of the mysteries seemingly about nothing particularly interesting? You'd think stories wouldn't last a decade, let alone hundreds of years. So why? Perhaps putting it that way piques your interest? I admit, I am curious. So that's what you've been researching all this time. It makes sense. As I said, it doesn't matter to me whether the rite exists or not. If people in the Edo period believed that what was written in the Record of Fates was real, that's all I'm interested in. But I have to be realistic. The research I'd like to do is unfortunately not very lucrative. That's why I need to take some risks. Well, in that case, I think I might have a guess as to what it is you're looking for. Soul dregs. What? Damn it, you know about that then. Calm down. No need to get so defensive. Oh! Guys, do we trust him? I don't know. Oh, this feels like a significant choice. He said he's not interested in actually carrying out the rite of resurrection, which means he doesn't want to kill me unless he's lying. I'm gonna hide it. I don't trust anyone to not kill me. We both want information, right? Why don't we have a nice, friendly chat? You may say that, but I don't trust you. Perhaps you've already learned about curses. Perhaps you want to take my power away from me. No, that's not true. Wait a second. I low-key forgot what his curse does. The Evergreen Beach. What does it do? I forgot. I forgot! He almost revealed my hand. I'll say nothing else. Sorry, I'll be taking my leave here. Hey, stop! Oh. Ugh, he's so fast. Sorry, boss. He got away. Oh, was I supposed to show him the curse stone? Damn it! Why do I always make the wrong choice? Alright, we gotta go back. How do I skip? I know there was a skip button. Alright. We both want information, right? Why don't we have a nice friendly chat? Ah, a curse stone. You are a curse bearer. A leaf. Is it the Evergreen Beach, then? Yep. Will you show me yours? Hey, yo. This is mine. The ever-burning lantern. Interesting. I guess we're supposed to trust him. I'll tell you this for free. The Evergreen Beach comes from a man who was hanged for spreading false rumors. Oh, it's if someone lies to him. But the accusations against him were unfounded, and he died cursing those who deceived him. Ah, so that is the resentful memory held within the Evergreen Beach. The memories of the 7 mysteries are truly fascinating. If only I could collect them all. Do whatever you want, but you should know something. This stone of mine lets me curse anyone who tries to mislead me. What? But. So don't try and lie to me. I'll know. You would curse a citizen, and you call yourself an officer of the law. All that depends on you. I don't want to use it if I don't have to. What is it you want? The curse stones are dangerous. I'd like to confiscate yours. Excuse me, but my right. First, let me ask you one thing. You haven't used that curse, have you? No, of course I haven't, I swear. Oh, is he the fire guy? I'm not gonna kill him. I see. Good. He's lying, though. Now, why don't you hand over that stone? Unless you'd rather try using it on me instead. Damn you, I won't give it to you. If I were to say that, what would happen? Would it be a crime? The police are aware of how dangerous the stones are. I could arrest you under Article 1, Section 2 of the Minor Offenses Act. Or, you hand it over and all you lose is your secret ability. Think of what would happen to all your research if you were arrested. That's not a question. Why is there a question mark at the end? Fine. You can have the stone. Here. Yay! I have so many fucking curses right now. I'm sure this is good. I'm sure this is a good thing that's happening. I'm sure that carrying around like 5 curse stones will only have positive effects. Good choice. I look forward to seeing how your research pans out. Oh, right. Would you tell us everything you know about what's been going on? Just let the dude leave. If you help us out, we'll give you all the information we've gotten after we solve the case. What do you say? In that case, will you tell me about all the resentful memories of the 7 mysteries? I believe they are the key to the secret hidden in the Record of Fates. Sure, why not? I'll learn about them as I collect the curse stones. Alright, I mean, this seems mutually beneficial, I guess. But thanks to you, we learned a lot from him. I wonder, the mysteries in Right are all public information. He kept everything he knows about the other curse bearers and the source of the curse here hidden. I was hoping he'd at least give us a clue about how to beat these curses. Oh, I see. Then we should be more aggressive next time. Really make them spit it out. And by we, I mean you. I'm guessing he wants to save this curse. He wouldn't have told us anything, no matter what we asked. But now we know where he hangs out. We can always send someone for him if need be. Right, got it. I was surprised to hear that there are actually 9 of the 7 mysteries, though. What? Why is it— what? Yeah, that's 2 extra curse bearers we have to find. Why are there 9? We've confiscated 2, so there are 6 more. They could be anywhere in this town. We have to find them fast, or they may start using the curses. No, I think we're already too late. Huh? I didn't tell you this, but there were some soul dregs in Namigaki's curse stone. Really? Then he already killed someone with it. It's not much, so it probably wasn't a curse bearer. Shit. Well, we know who did it. We can make arrangements to take him into custody. We'll have Paranormal Affairs pick him up tomorrow. For now, we continue our search. Right. On to the next place. We just have to cross them off the list one by one. Oh, but, boss? Good to know we can use the Minor Offenses Act to arrest people with curse stones. Fucking cops, man. Why didn't we do that with Namigaki? If we could do that, there'd be no need for Paranormal Affairs. What grounds would a normal detective have to put him under arrest? Oh, he was bluffing. Oh, right, yeah, I suppose that's true. I guess that makes sense. Yay! Oh, okay, this is locked. Alright, I think we have to go to Harue. Harue Shigima. She's got the sexy detective guy in her story. Let's see. When the son of Harue Shigima was kidnapped, a botched investigation by the police resulted in the child's murder. 1 year later, Harue has hired a private investigator to help resolve the unsettled case. Late at night, while speaking to the detective at her home, something strange suddenly appears. We're gonna have to watch one of those getting cursed scenes. Oh, that was fast! Hello? Kill them. Kill— The flame bearers. Kill them all! You have acquired the power of the curse stone, the haunting clappers. That's what I call my ass. You can use it to kill those with fire or a fire-starting device on their person. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Now. Kill! Can you hear it, curse bearer? You, who so strongly desires the right. Kill them! Kill them. Shigima Mansion reception room. Ooh, she has a mansion. Good for her. Back with me, ma'am? Can't say I understand what just happened. I feel like this guy would be, like, Southern. Like, I feel like if there was, like, an English dub of this game, he would have, like, a Southern accent. He'd be like, this guy looks like... Oh, I'm making a fan cast. This guy looks like a Matt Mercer character. Matt Mercer voices this man. You see what I'm saying? Like, tell me you see the vision, right? Like, you get it. You get it, right? I feel like I'm onto it. Can't say I understand what just happened. But it certainly seems to have put you in a good mood. A good mood? This might be the first time I've seen you really smile. She's so fucked up. I love how fucked up this woman is. Oh my god, mommy. Sweet dreams. She's fucked. Look at her face. Bitch is fucked up. She's a housewife. Good for her. No. Not dreams. Sounds like something I might want to hear about. Why he stands up? Why he stands up? Let's see. Oh. In my swag house. Ooh. TV. Color television. Father bought one as soon as it hit the market. He likes to have the latest gadgets. Unlike the latest models, there's no remote control. We've had it for a long time. Back when it was new, we all gathered around it and marveled at it as a family. And with Father and my husband being away so often, it quickly fell into disuse. Yeah, we all know only men watch television. A fax machine. It can send images to other places along the telephone network. Thank you for explaining what a fax machine is for the Zoomers in the audience. I don't really know how it works. Most houses don't have one. I rarely find a use for it. The telephone. This mansion has a private line. An old hanging scroll. I don't know who painted it. It's been hanging here since before I was born. An arrangement of flowers. We bring in someone to do it. I don't even know what the flowers are called. A big-ass stereo. A stereo unit with separated speakers designed for home use. My husband insisted on buying one, even though he isn't one to listen to music often. Well, I'll be damned. Is that what I think it is? Goodness, you made me jump. It's just a silly little sticker my son got from somewhere or other. He put it up just before... Well, you know what happened. I still can't bring myself to take it down. Let me take a closer look. It's a chicken! I knew it! It's Head Hensho from way back in set number 1. This is a real collector's item. Excuse me? Don't tell me you've never heard of the mockingbirds. The what? They're the hottest new craze. Cute little birds dressed up like rough and tumble delinquents. I do like this delinquent chicken. Never heard of them. This certainly seems to matter to you. The best part is, nobody knows who made them. They just started showing up around town, and soon enough they'd won everybody's hearts. The story goes that they're made by some anonymous artist who covertly leaves them behind in specific locations. No one knows when or where they'll show up next. They're basically an urban legend of sorts. To think one would turn up here of all places. This is a good sign, I'm sure of it. Oh, well, that's nice. Oh, it's collectibles. Have I missed some? Oh, this says Mockingbird number 1, so maybe I haven't missed any. Oh. A scavenger hunt. I like this kind of things in games. Oh, we'll now be on the lookout for the birds. The lights. The chandelier is the only thing in here. That's my choice. It's my favorite part of the room. The swinging of the pendulum echoes through the room. It feels livelier than usual with Richter here. Usually it's just me. Okay. Table. The guest table. I don't know where Father got this old thing from, but I've never liked it. Will you guys give me 1 second? I'm gonna go check my thermostat. It's really hot in here. Sorry, 1 second. thermostat was fine. I don't know why I'm so hot. I really hope I'm not getting sick. I think I'm okay. I think it's just hot. Hello. I went to check the thermostat because my room is really fucking hot for some reason. I'm dying, guys. Oh, I'm sweating. No, I can't turn on the fan. It's loud. You guys will hear it. Let me bring you back up to speed. You were in the middle of a chat when you suddenly started spacing out. And the whole time you were grinning to yourself like you just won the lottery. Oh, I'm supposed to read the files? Damn it, I never read that stuff in games. Care to tell me what that was all about? Well, where to start? Interesting. Very interesting. So, the haunting Clapper's curse echo appeared out of nowhere. Told you how to perform the rite of resurrection, and gave you the curse you'll need to do it. Have I got that right? That's right. So it's all real. Honestly, I still find it hard to believe. And I guess I have to now. I saw that curse stone appear in your hand myself. It looked like it popped clean out of thin air. With evidence that clear, there's no denying that there's some supernatural force at work. What's behind him? I don't think you quite understand. Oh? This isn't about evidence, and it isn't about belief. It's more than that. I know it's real. The moment the curse appeared, I knew everything before it even said a word. She's so creepy, Maxing. Love that for her. It was already there in my head, as clear as day. You just knew, huh? It was etched onto my soul, along with the curse echo's resentful memories. So I can feel it, what it was like. Hello. Dying like they did, hundreds of years ago. Wreathed in flame, writhing in pain as my flesh blackens and my blood boils. I can feel it. All the agony, all the rage. It fills me with bloodlust. I think I need to kill someone. She literally said, I think we need to kill this guy. Anyone will do, just as long as they're carrying fire. I see. That could be a problem. You think so? From what I know of you, I was sure you'd see it as an opportunity. The stronger the desire to resurrect someone, the stronger the urge to kill. That's how it seems to me, anyway. Good grief. Talk about a spanner in the works. I say we take stock for a moment, remind ourselves where we've come from and where we're going. That might be a good idea. Hello. Yeah, about the investigation. That's what you hired me for, ma'am. To look into your son's kidnapping last year. To uncover the truth behind the abduction and murder of Shuichi Shigema. Oh yes, I remember. They never did find the one who did it. That's what I'm here about today. In fact, kind of you to let me drop by so late, by the way. I've been turning over every last stone, and I've come up with a grand total of 1 lead. So you said. As far as the police are concerned, it's a cold case, and I've managed to make some headway. I remember, you were just about to tell me. Ugh. What did it add to persons of interest? Oh, Shuichi. Oh, he's just a little boy. For some reason, I thought he was like a teenager. Oh, I didn't mean this. Oh, I got some information though. That's cool. I didn't actually read that. I thought I was just gonna say his name. Okay. You know, we still need to figure out exactly what you want me to do. Tell you what, why don't I tell you what I found, then we can make a decision. Alright. Oh, okay, we need to go through the other conversations first. I suppose there's not much point going over the kidnapping itself. No, I'm very familiar. Then I'll leave that for the files to cover, and just confirm a few things about the case. The police traced the culprit's calls back to, let's see here, Northern Oyoko River here in Sumida City. That's quite a wide area. That's right. In the end, they never managed to nail down exactly where the calls were coming from. But it was almost certainly the same location that Shuichi was being held captive, since Shuichi's voice could be heard during the killer's calls. Northern Oyoko River is quite a distance from Shuichi's normal school commute. Factoring in that he had been seen at school but went missing before he arrived at his house, it's likely that he was abducted by car on his route home. Maybe, but... Exactly. Shuichi was a clever boy. He never would have gotten into a car with a stranger. That's right. I was very firm about that. I know he understood, too. I even saw him warning the other children. It's possible they forced him into the car. The only issue is, there weren't any witnesses to the kidnapping. You can't bundle someone into a car with that many students around and not be noticed. But nobody came forward to say they saw anything suspicious. So, did they target him at some other time, or somewhere away from his usual route? Both of those seem a little far-fetched. Which raises the question, how did the kidnapper pull it off? The police never managed to find an answer. Oh, they think it was someone he knew. In the end, they decided that the kidnapper must have just gotten lucky. Well, why not turn the problem on its head? The kidnapper managed to convince Shuichi to get into their car, but how? The only thing that makes sense to me is they were somebody that he would have a reason to trust. A teacher, perhaps, or a relative, or somebody else that he knew. But all of the adults Shuichi knew had alibis. The police checked them all thoroughly. They did, huh? No one throws numbers at a problem like the cops. But what if it wasn't someone he knew, or rather... What if the culprit disguised themselves as a police officer? Why is this edited like a Danganronpa trial? Ugh. That would explain why he didn't find them suspicious. The Shima family has close ties with the police after all. He would have had reason to trust them. You might be right. But surely, that couldn't have... Well, there's a problem with the theory. You'd be surprised how much police officers stand out. That's sort of the point, after all. They're meant to be a visible deterrent against crime. But there's another interesting little bit of trivia I happen to know. When you ask people to imagine someone suspicious, nobody pictures women or children. Even kids who've been warned about stranger danger often subconsciously expect that danger to look like an adult man. Besides, Shuichi was the sort of boy who wanted to be a police officer when he grew up. That's kind of a big assumption to make. How do you know that? He must have had a very strong sense of right and wrong. That's right. Well, surely you can't mean... Now you're getting it. If, say, a young woman approached Shuichi asking for help, what would he have done? If someone like that said they were lost and asked him for directions, would he have gotten into a car? He might have. My husband always told him that a man had a duty to watch out for women and children. You could certainly argue that kind of attitude is outdated nowadays. This game is set in the 80s. But if Shuichi believed it, then we might have something here. Then you think the culprit was a young woman? But it was a man's voice on the phone. She might have been an accomplice, or maybe she didn't even realize she was being used. If anything, that would explain why she hasn't come forward. She herself might not realize she had anything to do with the case. These are some big leaps, my dude. Bro was just making shit up. So the question is, did anybody see Shuichi speaking with a young woman on the day of his disappearance? See, what I said about people's biases, that goes for witnesses too. And I figured that maybe, if I started asking new questions, I might get some new answers. So I spent my day asking around Shuichi's school route, seeing if anyone had seen something. and one man thought he had. Do you mean he saw it happen? Well, I can't say that for sure yet. It turned out he wanted something from me, so he asked if we could speak in private. Flashback! Yeah, thank you, I got that game. That's some water. I don't know why reading like this is way more taxing on my throat than yesterday when I just yapped for 2 hours. Maybe it's the, like, trying to do deeper voices. I don't know. Someone who knows about, like, throat stuff. Is there a reason why reading all this shit out loud is destroying my throat way more than just yapping? Someone tell me. There's no one around. We can speak in confidence. Excuse me, what was your name again? Alright, reveal. Who are we talking to? Oh! It's Junichi. Junichi. Got it. Well, Junichi, I'm all ears. Just so we're on the same page. You're a private detective. I said private detective! More like stupid. I can't believe I just did that on accident. Oh my god. You're a private detective investigating Shuichi Shigima's kidnapping. Do I have that right? Of course. What else do I look like? Dude, you look like a cowboy or something. How should I know what a private detective looks like? Oh, forget it. He's spitting facts, actually. Look, I'll tell you straight. My life is in danger. I need your help. You'll excuse me if that caught me a little off guard. Let me ask you straight. Who is trying to kill you? A student called Michio Shiraishi. Interesting. A schoolgirl, eh? Sounds like you've been naughty. Where do I know this guy from? Wait, we gotta look at persons of interest. I gotta know who this guy is. Oh, okay, he is. He's the teacher. He's the fondler. The diddler teacher, huh? Okay, that's what I thought. The diddler. Sounds like you've been naughty. It's nothing like that. That girl, she's a murderer. I'm the only one who knows, but I saw what she did. Michio Shiraishi. I saw her kidnap Shuichi Shigima. I cannot say Shuichi Shigima. That is a tongue twister. Come again? I saw her talk to him on the street and lead him away. I didn't think much of it at the time, but then he went missing. She murdered him, I'm sure of it. Or at least she's got something to do with it. That's what you're here for, isn't it? Then you can't let her get to me. If that's true, you've been sitting on some valuable information. Why didn't you tell anybody? Well, you see, I'm a diddler. If you can't explain that, I don't have any reason to believe you. I couldn't! She told me she'd kill me if I spoke a word. You're telling me a schoolgirl had you scared for your life? So you've been sitting on that all this time. And now you think she's coming for you now that I can't read. And you think she's coming for you now that you've spilled the beans. Yes, that's it, exactly. I'm begging you, don't let her get me. Arrest her, I'm telling you. She's a demon. Well, you seem to believe what you're saying, but it just doesn't add up. How could a schoolgirl have a fully grown man so terrified? You don't know what she can do. She'll curse me. Curse you? I'm sorry, but you're losing me here. It's true, her house, forget it. Why do I even bother? You seem dubious enough to believe me, but I should have known you would never understand. Enough. I'll find someone else to help me. Hey. Okay, so but now he knows about curses, so he believes him. And that's about the long and short of it. I can hardly believe it. At the time, I thought his mention of curses was just crazy talk. But I'm starting to see that there might have been more to it. Then, if we can just find that girl... Curse or no curse, if she was with Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping, then there's a good chance she knows something. On top of that, I did some digging on the man I spoke to. His full name's Kohei Jonuichi. He's a teacher at Komagata High School here in Sumida. A teacher? Then this schoolgirl is one of his students. I think that's very likely. Oh my god, there's still more? These dialogue trees are so long. At last, we've got a lead. Hopefully it'll be the breakthrough we're looking for. Okay. The Rite of Resurrection, huh? I read about that in an occult magazine the other day. Apparently some old book showed up recently with all the gory details. And they say that the rite can be found somewhere in Honjo. I remember the first time you told me about that. It felt like my prayers had been heard. Like I had hope, real hope, for the first time. Ever since that awful day, I've wondered. What if I hadn't sent him to school? What if I just paid the ransom? She didn't pay the ransom?! Girl! You're living in the fucking mansion! Why didn't you pay the ransom? What?! Not a day goes by where I don't think that if I'd done something differently, Shuichi would still be alive. Yeah, probably if you paid the ransom! Why didn't you? What?! That's crazy! Also, I'm gonna save. I don't know. I just had, like, an urge to save come over me. I'm gonna save. I haven't saved in a while. It's in the files, bro! Which file? No, I'll read the file. Is it her file? Let's see. Oh, okay, it was botched, right? They said her 11-year-old son Shuichi was kidnapped and murdered about a year ago. The death result is a mistake on the part of the detective assigned to the case, a mistake which enraged the kidnapper and had him cut off all contact with the police, leaving no room for negotiation. The incident was covered up, and Shuichi's killer remains at large. I don't know if that really explains. I don't know if that really explains why she didn't pay the ransom. Oh, okay. More reading. A kidnapping and murder case took place in Honjo, Sumida around 1 year ago. Haruhi Shijima's son, Shuichi, age 11, was kidnapped and was home from school, with a ransom being demanded that same evening. Initially, the kidnapping was thought of as a simple extortion crime, but when it came to light that the Shigeyama family was closely tied to the police and Shuichi was in fact the grandson of a senior official, it was quickly assumed that the perpetrator was acting upon a grudge against the police force. The kidnapping was treated as a direct attack against the good name of the police, and a large-scale investigation was launched that used the best equipment available to trace phone calls. Okay, her husband and father, who held the prestige of the police in high regard, reviews, saying they would not let the criminal win by giving in to their demands. Yeah, alright. Bitch-ass reason, but whatever. They're like, oh, we can't pay the ransom, we love the cops so much. You can't blame yourself, ma'am. It was the culprit's fault, not yours. Though I know that won't help any. Grief is funny like that. I'm guessing that's why you're after the right. Guess I didn't need to ask. It's written all over your face. I can tell how much he meant to you. But, and this is a big but, if the right is the real deal, using it will mean killing someone and stealing their soul. Richter, I don't think she's concerned about that. She's already consumed by bloodlust, and she's low-key insane. Look at her. Is that a problem? If it comes to that, I'm afraid I'll have to stop you. Oh, that's a shame. A shame, huh? That's all? I thought, if I'm going to be competing with other curse-bearers, then your detective skills might come in useful. You realize you're talking about ending someone's life, right? Don't you see an issue with that? I think any parent in my position would happily kill for a chance like this. That's so, is it? Dear oh dear, what have I gotten myself into? If it makes you uncomfortable, then you won't have to get any blood on your hands yourself. I don't need you to kill the other curse bearers. I only need you to find them. Dude, if he has moral qualms about killing someone, that still applies. I won't be party to murder, ma'am. Not even for a client. I'll pay you! Yeah, I'll pay you. How much can I give you to change your mind? Sorry, ma'am, but not everyone has a price. I've got my policies, and I stick to them. I see. I didn't realize you were so stubborn. Let me say, though, it's not like I don't get what you're going through. As long as you're not killing anyone with your own hands, maybe I can help you out. What do you have in mind? Well, how about stealing someone else's curse stone after they've filled it with soul dregs? Oh, the loophole. If that was all you were after, then I could lend you my services guilt-free. If the other curse bearers want to kill each other, that's their business. I'm not trying to be a hero here. I guess there's no guarantee a stolen curse stone will work, but we can worry about that later. Well then, I suppose we have a deal. Although, what if I stole a curse stone using my curse? Would you disapprove? That would void our contract, ma'am. Just warning you now. My. Okay, we have a new section. Before we go any further, why don't you tell me about that curse of yours? The haunting clappers, was it? That's one of the 7 mysteries of Honjo, if I remember correctly. That's right. The original story did happen somewhere near here, I think. I'm sure I remember hearing that. In that case, my money will be on all the curse bearers being somewhere in Honjo. Our first move should be to narrow them down. Some of them are bound to try and come for you first. We'll need to be ready. The curse makes their bearers more willing to kill, so an attack could come from anywhere. That sounds sensible. And if I remember correctly, your haunting clappers can set people on fire, but only if they have a naked flame or a lighter on their person. Is that right? That is such a random curse. Like, I understand in the context of the story that, like, why... Because she has, like, the memories of someone being burned alive. But it's like, I can kill you instantly if you're carrying a lighter. That's right. In olden times, wooden clappers were used to warn people of fire. I'm guessing it punishes those who don't heed the warning. Seems like a good curse to have. It's simple and straightforward enough to use. Though it's hard to say how it stacks up without knowing what else is on the table. You really think it's that good? The target can't do much to throw it off, and has a nice long activation window. It's big that it works on lighters, too. Just slip one in your target's pocket. This is also the 80s. I bet everyone fucking smoked cigarettes. And say that condition were already fulfilled before you even knew you're there. They wouldn't even know what hit them. Maybe I won't have to actually use it. I could just tell someone I could, and they'd have to do what I said. Threats could work, although without any proof, it'll come down to how convincing you can be. If only you could use the curse, then back out at the last second. At the last second? What an interesting idea. I have a lighter right here. We could try it now. That's an interesting proposition. But maybe not. I'm not quite crazy enough to make myself a guinea pig. Oh, I see. You're an odd one, ma'am, if you don't mind me saying. And I don't think it's just the curse. I mean, her son died. I think she's lost her mind. It also says, her file also says that she's in, like, a loveless marriage, and she's a stay-at-home... She's, like, a stay-at-home mom with no kids and a housekeeper, so she just doesn't do anything. I think that would drive anyone insane. You flatterer. I love this insane diva, though. She's, like, my fave. Honestly, I think she might be one of my favorite characters. As for what we do next, first of all, I think you should stay indoors. Try not to do anything spontaneous or outside your normal routine. Alright. Right then. Have you decided what you want me working on? Oh. Oh. Oh, this is hard. I think investigate the kidnapping is more interesting. Like, personally, I want to know what Shiraishi was doing with Shuichi. I'm gonna trust that the right will happen. Finally, I have a lead. I need to know what happened to my son. Your wish is my command, ma'am. I'll focus all my efforts on looking into the kidnapping. Although, something just occurred to me. You can't investigate the matter at night, can you? At least until the sun rises. Could you search for the other curse bearers? Oh, what? It doesn't even matter what I pick? Heh, alright, I see how it is. Well, I'd be happy to help. Odds are good that the other curse bearers are also working by night. Anyone they kill under the cover of darkness won't be discovered until sunrise. Bet they'll be trying to do as much as they can before morning comes. So it's settled then. I'll look into the other curse bearers by night. Sorry. And once the city wakes up, I can start asking questions. I'll investigate the kidnapping as well. I guess it does not matter which option you pick, huh? I'll even try and find Miss Shiraishi as part of the bargain. Thank you. That's more than enough. Now then. I should get to work. There's only so much time before sunrise. I'll call you if I find out anything new. You stay here and keep a lookout. Alright. There's no telling what kinds of curses you might find out on the streets tonight. Don't go outside if you can help it, and try to be ready for anything. I will. Well, if that's all, I should be going. Oh, I see he looks like Michael Jackson. Hee hee. Hee hee. Yay. Let's see, we unlocked the next one, but nothing else on the other paths. I'm gonna save. Is that one story choice, the asking him what to do, like, actually doesn't matter? That's kind of a shame. I wonder, does this game, does it actually have multiple endings, or is it just, like, all the... It seems to me like it probably actually has one ending, because it's actually pretty railroaded. Like, you can fail the events, and then you just have to go back and do them again. Like, you can make the wrong choice, but then you would just have to go back and make the right choice. It doesn't seem like your choices actually affect much. Harnoe Shigima. She's just gonna sit in her house all night? It's gonna be a boring gameplay section. It's been almost an hour since Richter left. He promised he'd call me if anything happened. But he hasn't. So all I can do is wait. And wait. Oh, newspaper. How'd that get there? What's this? A newspaper? Must have fallen off the chair. It's a newspaper. I only leave them in here for the guests. I hardly ever read them myself. I don't think I've taken the time to go over one in years, in fact. Well, it's not like I have anything better to do. Look at that, the television articles? I don't really watch much television. Feels as if all the information in the world gets passed through that little black box. My father stopped them from reporting on the kidnapping back when it happened. I was glad about that. Less fuss. Now the comedy boom is over, all the comedians are flocking to other genres. The occult seems really popular at the moment. Look at all these paranormal specials. Is this just filler? Looks like the city's biggest problem right now is pollution. Remember how the air and water used to be even more polluted? The river was covered in scum from all the sewage and industrial waste, and it stank so badly it'd make my eyes water. Eventually, people started getting sick, and it couldn't be ignored anymore. Fortunately, it's gotten better since then. Although the air around the industrial district is still filthy with gas and smog. There's one thing Honjo never wants for, it's horrific crimes. They found a police officer dead in a local park just the other day. A lot of my family are in the police. I hope it wasn't anybody I knew. I don't read the news anymore, not since last year. It brings back bad memories. You just keep going. Suicide at local high school. Oh, I remember that. A high school girl jumped off a roof about a week ago. She was bullied, I think. Or maybe it was something about exam pressure. What? But... no, this can't be right. Her name. Michio Shiraishi from Komagata High School. Oh, that's not the girl. Fuck. Sorry, I mixed them up. That's not the girl we were playing as. It's the dead girl. It can't be. Oh, we got a call. Oh. We got an answer. Hello, Shigima residence. $2 a.m. Komagata Bridge. Oh, okay, it is him. I thought it was gonna be someone spooky on the phone. Richter called me out to meet him, and we came here to Komagata Bridge. Oh, I thought he said not to do that. Richter, there's something I need to tell you. Funny, I was just thinking the same thing. I'll go first. There's something I need to tell you. What's up? Well, that girl, Michio Shiraishi. The one who was with Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping? That's her. Well, she's dead. She's what? The student who committed suicide last week. That was her. I heard something like that happened. Never got the name, though. Talk about bad luck. Finally get a lead, only to find it's turned into a literal dead end. Unless her death was the whole reason Joe Noichi was so shaken up. He said she was going to curse him. Was he talking about her taking revenge from beyond the grave? Seems like we're back where we started. Not necessarily. That teacher knows something. I'm sure of it. At the very least, I'd put money on him having something to do with Miss Shiraishi's death. That's why he's so scared of being cursed by her. I see. And also, something tells me he knows more about your son's kidnapping. In any case, I think I got a good idea of what he's hiding. Call it a hunch. A hunch? Well, more of a theory. Care to take a guess? Yeah, I can guess. I can't say for certain, but... Mr. Jonoichi. Silenced Mr. Jonoichi! Silence Michio Shiraishi. With murder. What if Mr. Jonoichi silenced Michio Shiraishi with murder? What do you think? I see. So you think Miss Shiraishi's death might not have been a suicide? That would certainly give him a good reason to think she'd hold a grudge. I'm not sure I buy it. What? What was I supposed to guess? Oh my god, I feel like I'm always picking the wrong thing in this game. I see. I'm sorry if I disappointed you. I'm not really cut out to play detective. Well, no point dwelling on speculation. The truth will out in time. Right now, I think I need to have another chat with Mr. Jonoichi. We're at Komagata Bridge over the Sumida River. The highway on one side and a freeway on the other, but they're both deserted this late at night. Sumida River. The water's filthy and horrid. But at night, when it's still, it looks almost peaceful. Can I ask you something, ma'am? Is the Sumida River what you Honjo folks picture when you think of home? I couldn't say. All I can tell you is that I can hardly stand the sight of it. Right, should have guessed. This was where they found him, after he went missing. All alone, floating in that horrible water. All I can think is how scared he must have been, how cold he must have been. What did he ever do to deserve something so awful? I've come here every day since then. And I prayed to the river to give him back. To give me back my son. Day after day after day. You know, in olden times, people believed rivers marked where our world met the next. So the act of crossing flowing water had a huge amount of spiritual significance. Back when Edo was founded, the people of Chuo saw the Sumida River the same way. They associated the far side of the river with the afterlife. That same place would later become Honjo. All their fear and revulsion accumulated there and took root. But then, the Ryogoku Bridge sprang up after the Great Fire of Meiriki. Meireki, I guess. And just like that, Honjo was part of the city too. I do not know a ton about Japanese history. Is this real? As it turned from farmland into a town, the people surrounded it with man-made rivers and crisscrossed it with canals and waterways. Weren't those to prevent flooding? That's what I was told. They were, but that's not all they were for. Their other purpose was to contain all the corruption that had built up on the far shore, and stop it leaking through to our side of the Great Divide. Officially, they were a physical barrier, but unofficially, they were a spiritual one too. So, if I have this right, are you saying that Honjo is a place where the real world meets the afterlife? Exactly. That's why the rite of resurrection is here, rather than anywhere else. I'm sure of it. I feel like Richter knows more about the supernatural than he's letting on. Can you guys glaze my voice acting? I'm trying. And it's probably why the 7 mysteries and their curses have survived to the modern day. And I guess that makes this spot we're standing now right over the water. The border between life and death. If there ever was a place where bringing back the dead might be possible, I reckon it's here. It's funny that you've mentioned praying to the river. It might be done more than you think. I'm impressed you've been reading the whole thing. I mean, what would the contents of the stream be otherwise? I gotta read it. Is that supposed to make me feel better? Just thinking aloud, ma'am. Well, it's a nice thought. I can't get over Richter's stupid outfit. Why is he dressed like that? Oh, that's right. There's one more memory I have of this river. Do you mind if I tell you? Go ahead. It must have been about 20 years now, when I was still a schoolgirl. Back then, the Sumida River was much filthier than it is now. It was full of garbage and industrial discharge. It was scummy and slimy, and it stank. You could look out over the water and see dead cats and dogs and pigeons just floating. Ew! And one day, among all the filth and garbage, there was a piece of my missing classmate's hand. What? It was almost a miracle when you stopped to think about it. What were the chances that someone would find a part of her that was still recognizable? And that, although everything but the palm had rotted away in the water, the part that was left would have an identifiable scar. And that they could tell it had been a murder from the blade marks on the bone. Wait, Are you talking about the Nejima murders? So you have heard of it. I'm impressed. I assume you were but an elementary schooler at the time. I wasn't really aware of them. I only heard about it after the fact. I had no idea the victim was a classmate of yours. Yeah, we gotta read about that. Wait a second. Oh! Brutal killings known as the Nejima murders. That doesn't tell us much. Occupation self-employed. That's not an occupation. To be honest, it was all a bit of a blur. A wave of chaos just parting around me. Something like that. They said the rest of her body must have sunk to the bottom of the river. They combed the riverbed, but they only ever found pieces. Everything else must have rotted and flowed out to sea. Afterwards, I heard that all the divers who had been looking for her fell ill. A sorry story for everyone involved, huh? It's funny. Everyone figures the river's filthy already, so one more piece of garbage won't hurt. And every little bit makes it worse. It's a vicious cycle. I know I wouldn't want to go rooting around down there myself. That's right. Which is why the riverbed is the last place anybody would go looking. Or so was the killer's thinking, I suppose. The times were changing quickly back then. Things were confusing. Everyone seemed to be in such a hurry. Young people were moving to Tokyo in droves. Some even ran away from home to make it in the big city. And they made easy targets for bad people. A lot of them ended up disappearing without a trace. You see, back then, if you chopped a body up into tiny pieces and threw it in the river, it would rot quickly and discreetly and sink to the bottom, never to be seen again. Are you saying what I think you're saying? They arrested him shortly after, Fumichika Nejima, the man who killed my classmate and cut her into pieces. He was so methodical about it, it couldn't have been his first crime. And people began to wonder how many other girls he'd murdered the same way. The police never found any evidence of other murders in the end. But the river knows the truth. How many corpses has it swallowed up over the years, I wonder? That same thought spread through everyone's mind, and they started to avoid this area. So really, the river has been rank with corruption for decades now. Or at least, that's how it seems to me. Well, was that interesting? Well, I see why you don't have any good memories of this river. With all that darkness lurking beneath the surface, there's no reason that you would. Still, if I may, ma'am, I'm surprised you know so much about the Nejima murders. But how could I not? After all, I was the one who found the hand. Yeah, I thought we knew that. Why did they treat that like a reveal? Didn't she just say that she found the hand? The police actually wrote me a thank you letter. They said it was only thanks to me that they managed to bring Nejima to justice. That was the only time my father ever said he was proud of me. Damn! Yeah. Huh. I guess it just wasn't the killer's day. Sometimes I wonder if he resents me for it. Oh my god. It's Sumida River. I have nothing but awful memories of it. Alright, well. That was interesting. Please, go ahead. Alright then. I've been poking around places connected to the 7 mysteries, looking for curse bearers. And I think I found a few candidates. First, a tall man I ran into at Kinishibori Park. I asked him for directions, trying to probe him a little, but he turned the question right back around on me. He was out of there the second he figured I wasn't what he was looking for. I got the sense curses were nothing new to him. I'm about 40% sure he's a curse bearer. Then there's this middle-aged guy I saw on South Warigasui Street. There's no question about this one. He had one of the curse stones in his hand. He had a nervous air about him, too. It was clear he was up to some shady business. Gathering soul dregs, I bet. He'd make a good target. Next up is a pair. A young man and woman I saw around Ryogoku Bridge. This time, the man came up to me and asked me flat out if I was a curse bearer. I told him I didn't know what he was talking about. He backpedaled and left. Looks like they lurk around there often. Looking for kindred spirits would be my guess. Though it didn't seem like they were quite working as a pair. Gathering soul dregs in a group might be a decent idea if you could make it work. But with things being how they are, it's gotta be hard to find folks one can trust. I got brass, though. I don't know what their deal is, but I'd like to find out. Last is 2 detectives I've seen sniffing around. The police are involved. Not necessarily. The body turned up in a local park a few days ago, so they might just be looking into that. Still, the park's got ties to the 7 mysteries. Maybe it was a curse that did the guy in. And if they're sending in detectives from the head office, then something's got to be up. How do you know where they're from? Let's just say when you're in this business, there are some faces you get to know. Anyway, that's everyone who caught my eye. You found all of them in so little time. I really did hire the best. It's all in the name, ma'am. Richter Kai, P.I. It's a stupid name, too. Look at him hit that pose. No, wait. Make that Richter Kai, investigator extraordinaire. My, an investigator extraordinaire. Is that why you can dress like that without drawing attention to yourself? Okay, thank you for calling him out, Haruhi. You bet. An investigator extraordinaire can blend in like a chameleon in any outfit. Well, that aside, the middle-aged man and the young couple sound the most promising, am I right? Whichever you pick, it's still too early to make a move. Seems like the curse bearers are less involved with each other than we thought. Plus, there's still others we don't know about. I say we hang fire. I say we hang fire. Hang fire? Is that a thing people say? So I say we hang fire and see how things play out. What? I have never heard the phrase hang fire in my life. Once more bodies start showing up, that'll get the pot nice and hot. Once it's boiling, our chance will come. Is something wrong? Not really. Just struck me. It's been 20 years since the Nejima murders. So it has. Not to spook you or anything, but I thought you might be interested in knowing. Life in prison doesn't always mean life. There's precedent for first-time offenders being allowed out on parole after 20 years. Bro! He cut up a girl into little pieces! Oh, no way they're gonna say he's out. Only if they're found to show remorse and the desire to reform themselves, of course. That's right. I'm impressed you know so much. Still, it's hard for someone with a criminal record to reintegrate into society. I hear they've been trying to fix that recently, matching inmates with jobs and accommodation. Oh, really? They keep an eye on them, of course, and make them report in for regular checkups. But to avoid discrimination, they keep the inmates' records a secret from everyone but their employers. They even give particularly notorious criminals new identities, so they won't be recognized in the workplace. My. The way you put it. It sounds like you're saying Fumichika Nejima could be out on parole right now. Back in society under a new name, with nobody any the wiser. It's possible. Dude, you're just making shit up. Come on! As it happens, a little birdie told me about a big name making parole a few months back. I don't know if it was Nejima, but our discussion just now did bring it to mind. I see. How unsettling. Now that you mention it, I just remembered something too. What was it? I was passing Komagata High School a little while ago, when I saw someone. A janitor, I think. Oh! We talked to that guy! And I could have sworn he reminded me of Fumichika Nejima. Okay, there is no way this guy made parole for this crime of murdering a teenager from this school and chopping her up into little pieces, and then the job they gave him to integrate him back into society was working at the high school? There's no fucking way! Can you- bro, what? There is no way. That is no- I don't buy it. Look, I can suspend my disbelief on the curses and stuff in this game. I do not buy this for a second. Are you kidding me? They gave him the job of high school janitor? I'm pretty sure you have to pass a background check to work at a school in any capacity. Oh? He looked a little different after 20 years. Much thinner than I remember, too. I told myself I was just seeing things. But perhaps... There is no fucking way he works at the school. Perhaps it was him after all. No! No! That's insane. So, what next? Sorry, one sec. The big question now is what the rest of the curse bearers are up to. Luckily, the Sumida River is a good distance from any of the 7 mysteries. It's unlikely the other curse bearers will come all the way here. I can finally have a moment to think. I see. Alright. Excuse me. Hmm? Oh, a woman. Oh, it's the woman. Where did she come from? It's like she appeared out of nowhere. I didn't mean to startle you. I'm terribly sorry if I've gotten the wrong people, but would you happen to be curse bearers? Didn't you already talk to Richter? Curse bearers? What's that then? It means someone who's gathering souls for the rite of resurrection. You have heard of the rite of resurrection, haven't you? Everybody's talking about it. Color me intrigued. Care to tell me more, Miss... What was your name again? Oh, silly me. I'm Ayame Tono. There's more to the rite of resurrection than meets the eye, you see. So the best way to collect soul dregs is to kill other curse bearers. She just goes around telling people this? That's about the size of it. I hope it wasn't too much to follow. No, I think I get the gist. Funny old world we live in, huh? So, are you saying you're one of these curse bearers? No, well, not quite. It's complicated. I'm not, but Yutaro is. Yutaro? Is that your boyfriend? Oh, I was wrong. Oh, heavens no. Just a friend. His full name is I don't know why I said Yutaro. It's Yutaro. Why did I say it like that? Yutaro Namigaki. We're, I suppose you could say, partners in crime. Funny way of putting it. I like how she's just basically confessing to trying to kill people up here. She's like, hello strangers, have you heard about murdering people? Me and my friend are doing it. The characters are crazy in this. She says her name's Ayame. I'd guess she's around 20. She must be brave walking around alone this late at night. Or maybe there's more to it. So where's this Yutaro now? I don't know why I can't say it normal. Well, about that. He's not actually a curse bearer anymore. He's more like a former curse bearer. Former? How so? I don't really know the details myself, but apparently he lost his curse stone. Typical, right? He makes such a show of being a top student, only to flunk where it counts. Get his ass! So now I'm out here looking for curse bearers myself. If you want something done right... So, anyway, mind if you asked why you thought I was a curse bearer? Oh, that? I'm terribly sorry. I was so rude. I saw the two of you out late at night, and I suppose I made assumptions. Gotcha. Sorry if we gave you the wrong idea. Out of interest, what was your plan if we did turn out to be curse bearers? Great question, and the answer is, I was going to ask you very nicely for your curse stones. You thought we'd have given them to you, just like that? Well, maybe not, but you know what they say, you never know until you ask. You must really love your boyfriend if you're willing to try something that risky. Oh goodness no, we're just friends. My life doesn't revolve around him, you know. Anyway, you aren't curse bearers, so I'm just bothering you, aren't I? Please ignore me. She said, please ignore me, and then continues standing very close to us. Like, this is where you would leave if she believed us. I guess probably she doesn't believe us. He lost it. How did he do that? I wasn't with him at the time, so I don't know exactly what happened. All I know is that he came back saying he didn't have it anymore. Although, well... it's strange that you should probe into that of all things. I'm just the curious sort, that's all. Sorry if it's a touchy subject. Oh, I don't mind. I don't particularly care about keeping it a secret. Yutaro can be a little irrational sometimes, so I have to keep a level head on my shoulders. So, what are you trying to do with this rite of resurrection? Well, Yutaro has his plan all laid out. I don't know if I can get behind it, though. It seems, how do I put it, self-centered? I mean, if you got a chance to resurrect the dead, it would be a waste not to use it on someone that really matters, right? So, I was planning to steal his curse stone at the last second and use it for myself. Well, until he lost it anyway. This girl is an open book. Oh, but don't tell Yutaro Yutaro, I can't- why do I have Utero stuck in my brain? Oh, but don't tell Yutaro I was going to do that, okay? I don't think he'd be happy to hear it. Of course, keeping secrets is my business. My, aren't you dashing? Sounds like you really have your heart set on this rite. What are you hoping to use it on? Do you promise you won't laugh? Cross my heart. Well then, let me tell you my master plan. Prepare to be amazed. Ahem. I'm an art student, you see. Woodblock prints are my specialty. Ukiyo-e in particular. Ukiyo-e, huh? You must be a cultured lady. Really? Do you think so? Everybody says it's a strange interest for a girl to have. You know, people often think of ukiyo-e as some inaccessible, high-class art form, but that's actually totally untrue. Back in the Edo period, it was the art for the masses, amusement for the common people. But when you think about it, you feel exactly the same thrills from every brushstroke as they did back then. Isn't that fascinating? Huh. Yeah, I guess. As far as I'm concerned, the undisputed king of ukiyo-e is the one and only Hokusai. Oh my gosh, she's gonna revive Hokusai? Have you heard of him? Sure have. He's famous. Didn't he live somewhere around here back in the Edo period? That's right. You're just as knowledgeable as you look. His 36 views of Mount Fuji are so iconic. They're the only works of his most people know. Oh, I got to see the wave, or, you know, a wave. It came to the art museum where I lived. They had this whole Hokusai exhibit, and One Piece was in it, in the Fine Arts Museum. There was like a One Piece panel on the wall, because it was talking about like art that had taken inspiration from Hokusai, and it was like One Piece. Isn't that funny? Hello. But Hokusai was so much more than just mountains and waves. That's only the teeny tiny tip of a veritable iceberg of work. Gotta admit, I only know him from those landscapes myself. Oh, don't worry about it. Anyone can learn. When Hokusai died at the age of 90, he left behind over 30,000 drawings. That's multiple drawings a day for 80 years. Amazing, right? So he kept on drawing right up until his old age, huh? Impressive. But even in his final years, he was never satisfied with his own work. His dying words were, "Should heaven afford me but 5 more years, I shall finally become a true artist." Even on his deathbed, he still thought he had more to learn. He was already the greatest painter and artist of his era. Who knows what he could have done with more time? Well, that's what I want to find out. Hold on, are you saying... Besides, he always said he wanted to move out of 100 houses, but he only made it to 93. Isn't that just tragic? Oh no. Nuh-uh. No way this is going where I think it's going. Imagine the masterpieces he could create with modern techniques. I feel all dizzy just thinking about it. You've got to be kidding me. So, if I understand correctly, you want to use the Rite of Resurrection to... That's right! I want to bring Hokusai back to life! Well, that's certainly a novel idea. That's what she said she'd use it on. What a waste. Yeah, get her ass. Oh gosh, is that the time? I should be going. Hate to get my hands on a curse bearer before daybreak. Sorry for flagging you down out of the blue like that. Best of luck. I kinda love that deranged diva. Well, there goes trouble. We're going after curse stones. We should keep an eye on her. 2 if we can. Why do you say that? Before she left, she wished us best of luck. She's got at least an inkling that we are curse bearers. My. There's a good chance we'll clash sooner or later. We're after the same thing after all. You head on back to the mansion, ma'am. I think I'll tail her for a while. Alright, the next one is no more curses. I do think I am gonna have to call it a night, throat-wise. But I will be back tomorrow. Same time, same place, same game. More Paranormasight. Is it? This is 7:45. Oh, it's the time. I was wondering how many hours I've played for, but it doesn't have an hours listed, does it? Interesting. Well, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out. This game is so cool. It's a lot of reading, but it is very fun. Utsutsu, have a good night. And I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we will solve some mysteries. We will hopefully get to continue. I'm curious about Sakazaki's. I want to succeed at the escape from Komogata High, because so far I only have the failure. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye. Have a good night. Get some sleep. Alright. Bye.